Sir, star question 109.
Honorable Speaker, sir. Question number 109. A, the no. B, the does not arise. C, the yes.
Honorable Speaker, sir, with your kind permission, I'd like to put in two supplementaries. Before I put in my supplementaries, I would like to bring to the notice of the House that the context of my question, if we look back at the state's history, political history for the last few years, there is some avoidable mistrust between the hills and the valleys. And I believe under the leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister, we can address this effectively. And my question number one was whether it is true that a huge area of land in the hills have been subjected to revenue settlement under the MLR and LR Act of 1960, which Act in subsection 2, section 1 of the Act says the Act shall not apply in the hill areas of Manipur. Now, there is a perception and a strong apprehension in the hills. And we need to be able to address this under the leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister, who has good intent for the entire state, including the hills, and who has launched the famous Go to Hills campaign. This apprehension in the hill areas is that MLR and LR Act 1960 is being extended to the hills surreptitiously. Maybe this is an act of ignorance on the part of the bureaucracy. I don't know what else it could be, but patas and jamabandis have been issued in certain parts of the hills. So these patas and jamabandis that are being issued in the hill areas, for instance, Chorchanpu, Kangpokpi, More, under what act or under what law has these patas been issued in parts of the hill areas? That is my supplementary number one. And number two, if that happens to be the case, what will the government, under the leadership of the Honorable Chief Minister, what can be done to correct if there is a miscarriage of law and justice? Thank you.
Honorable Speaker, sir. Honorable Member, PAOLIENLAL Hangbirakpa questioned whether it is true that a huge area of land in the hills have been subjected to revenue settlement under the MLR and LR Act 1960 in contravention to subsection 2 of section 1 of the Act. If so, B, the government has any plan to nullify such illegal settlement in the hills areas. Aina AGC no on a company, BGC does not arise. Akun Kumdringaida, Husiki Magi, Honorable Member Ahanbagi, mistrust amongst the hills on Lokopiro, Aduma, the letter of the mistrust like the community, me and money, the Swamby. But as a whole, tribal people are enjoying and getting their democratic right. I do what to look up the perception the work. Honorable Speaker, sir, perception the Toguer. I know emotion the perception the Levangadi Yar Constitution. There is a constitution. There is an act. Sing the MLA election, I poked the name among you. 1895 Assam's Revenue Act, Manipur is another. Manipur is not started only in 1970. Manipur has a history of 2000 years old. We all should remember it. Manipur is in 1960 to 70, the Shema Manipur. Thousands of years among the Shema Kanmagi system. Now, Honorable Union Home Minister, na Kaino the Ngangbada, Ekogi, Kalapanida, and the Manikober, but Mount Manipur and Madugi people can hide them. Mana, not now. Moji Manipur is Mogi India constitution later, Mogi constitution later, remember it. Remember. I don't know, Sigi Mayam, Shikoi, Kogi Pai Puna Torum, Pon Mayam, the quick Nakta Bayarway. Assamgi was kissing the MLA, Sarbetor Missi, Sosanpur Hariba, Kankokpi Hariba, Aduga Mori Hariba, Sarbetor Missi, Honorable Speaker, sir, 1952. 1952, central government hereby extend to the state of Manipur the Assam Land and Revenue Regulation. Maduki matamdagi survey tawrogale. Kadagi Kangpokpi adu adaina hujikrapan kibodo. The following 15 revenue villages just were surveyed as a part of Imphal West subdivision under Assam Land and Revenue Regulation 1886. Before the enactment of MLR and LR Act 1960, and a survey under MLR LR Act 1960 has also been done as revenue village of Imphal West subdivision. Today the Yaurisi Kangpokpi Revenue Village 112, 114, Kangpokpi Bazaar Revenue Village 100, Akpal Kulen, Ramanford 101, Akpal Kunu 105, Tokpo Kul. Just I detail them, Honorable Member the Pizza again, Honorable Speaker Kutanga. See my amzi Pazana, Hana Kuishi Pai Punakaidorami, Karishaner me, Hariba 1896 Assamgi Revenue Act into to a adopt occupant. Aduki Abdu Dictionary. Hills the Karai or me hills the Mori the hills when the counter on the Kangpokpi hills when the counter. Aduki the Tamayam see the loinally. Aduna Sigi Yangakanda. Yes, new generation Gitamakta, Equikari, Shigi happy to do. That is another question. But government doesn't violate any existing act of land revenue. As per the constitutional provision, we are extending and we are collecting taxes from the various part of the state. And see high and a Singhi Jaga Kurima, MLA Rex and Dokani have a quick solati, Hanagi Leramba, Adugi Potuka, Sanabaguan. I know by Kogi, Matamsida Kogi, BIREN CM, where Akanda, Koi BJP, Sakar Lakanda, no extent of Anoba XM, Kariguma Makalamatagilitri. The existing Hanadagi Leramba, to the Dekoi. Prevent of nothing to worry. We can discuss, we can sit together, and we can find out the grievances. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, sir.
Honorable Speaker, sir, I'd like to thank the Honorable Leader of the House for clarifying the perception, the misperception, and maybe wrong apprehension that was in the hills. Thank you.